Hey everyone, and welcome to This Explainer. Today, we're diving into something really fascinating. We're taking a highly analytical look at a deeply intricate system that has actually governed human decision-making for literally thousands of years. Our goal here? To completely demystify Vedic astrology. We're going to break down its mathematical and celestial architecture, piece by piece, so you can understand exactly how it functions under the hood. Now, you might have found yourself wondering about this at some point. Do the exact positions of the planets and stars in the sky at the very moment you were born actually have any impact on the life you lead? I mean, it's a massive, bold premise, right? Yet it's this exact question that has kept the practice of astrology alive and vibrant across the globe for millennia. Even today, in countless countries, it's utilized every single day by politicians, business leaders, and millions of regular folks to guide major life decisions. So, to make sure we tackle this complex topic logically, here's our agenda for today. First, we'll cover what is astrology. Second, the basic elements. Third, what is the ascendant? Fourth, science or belief. And finally, the journey ahead. All right, let's jump right into part one. What is astrology? The ancient framework. For our purposes, we're focusing specifically on Vedic astrology, which is a methodology hailing from the ancient Indian Vedic tradition. At its core, it's a really complex framework, and it's built entirely on the premise that the movements of planetary systems directly influence human life and even world events. Basically, it attempts to systematically map the entire cosmos to the human experience. So, how exactly does this system map the cosmos to you specifically? Well, it all relies on creating a kendra, which is the traditional term for a birth chart. And to generate this chart, the system absolutely requires three very specific data points: your exact date of birth, your precise time of birth, and your geographical location. You can think of these 3 points as the coordinates needed to take a perfect, freeze-frame snapshot of the sky at the exact second you entered the world. That snapshot, that becomes your personal astrological blueprint. Moving on to part 2, basic elements, the cosmic building blocks. Okay, the first crucial number you need to remember here is 9. In the Vedic system, there are 9 planets utilized: the Sun, the Moon, Mars, Mercury, Jupiter, Venus, Saturn, Rahu, and Ketu. But here is the key takeaway. These planets aren't just seen as giant rocks floating in space. In this system, each one represents a very specific, different area of your life. For instance, the Sun is said to represent the soul and the father, while the Moon represents the mind and the mother. Next up, the number 12. This represents the 12 signs of the Zodiac, starting from Aries and going all the way around the wheel to Pisces. In this ancient system, every single one of these 12 signs holds its own distinct set of characteristics, traits, and energies. And look at that, we have another 12. This 12 represents the 12 houses, which are known traditionally as mandiras. Think about it this way: if the planets are the actors and the signs are their costumes, then the houses are the stages they actually play on. These 12 houses map directly to very tangible, real-world aspects of your life. We're talking about practical areas like your career path, your marriage, your physical health, and your finances. And finally, to complete the numerical foundation of this whole system, we have 27. This refers to the 27 nakshatras, or lunar mansions. They correlate to the roughly 27 days it takes the moon to transit across the sky. These add a deeper, even more specific layer of detail to the chart, totally rounding out the mathematical and astronomical building blocks used in Vedic astrology. When you synthesize these 3 pillars, it's like a giant puzzle, and the true architecture of a chart really emerges. You've got 9 planets representing core areas of life, and they're moving through 12 signs that dictate specific traits, all playing out across 12 houses that govern concrete, real-world aspects of your human experience. All of these elements combine and overlap to construct a complex, highly detailed, interlocking puzzle of celestial data. Let's transition to part 3. What is the ascendant, also known as the Lagna? The ascendant, or Lagna, is absolutely crucial. In fact, it's probably the most critical concept to grasp today. By definition, it's the exact specific zodiac sign that was physically rising on the eastern horizon at the precise moment you were born. In Vedic astrology, this ascendant is the true anchor of your entire chart. It is considered the primary factor that dictates your core personality, your physical body, and just your general overall approach to life. It's the ultimate lens through which the rest of the chart is read. Now, because the Earth is constantly rotating, the sign rising on the eastern horizon changes relatively quickly. Therefore, calculating this highly personal foundation, your Lagna, is entirely dependent on knowing the exact minute you were born. Seriously, if you're even just a few minutes off, your foundational anchor shifts completely. That exact birth time is the master key to unlocking the whole shebang. Which brings us to part 4, science or belief. Let's do an objective evaluation.
So, what does this all mean? This debate perfectly captures the divide we see today. From a strictly modern scientific viewpoint, there's just no empirical method demonstrating that distant planets impact human life, leading it to be widely classified as a pseudoscience. Yet, on the flip side, from the perspective of traditional belief, millions of people have utilized this system for millennia as a powerful practical tool for self-reflection and pattern recognition. It assists individuals in making life decisions, offering a highly structured way to evaluate their circumstances. Ultimately, whether you view it as a hard science or a reflective tool based on ancient belief, is a determination left entirely up to you.
And finally, part 5, the journey ahead. What's next? So here is a quick outline of the specific, structured topics we're going to be exploring next as we continue demystifying this system together. We'll be doing a practical, step-by-step guide on exactly how you can find your own ascendant. Then we'll take a deep dive into each of the 9 planets to really understand their distinct influences. Plus, we've got an entire series planned that will detail all 12 of the zodiac signs, and we'll even be exploring how regular monthly forecasts are generated. As we wrap up this explainer, I want to leave you with a deeper question to ponder. Whether you view astrology as a hard cosmic science or simply an ancient psychological tool for self-reflection, does the sky dictate the path of our lives, or does it simply reflect the complex patterns we are already walking? Keep questioning, keep seeking, and I will see you in the next explainer.